Hello, my name is Dende, and before you ask, I've had at least 3 different videos planned talking about AEW Fight Forever and giving my honest opinions and take about this game, but I feel like each and every one of them feels like it needs to just be all addressed in one specific video, so I kind of wanted to try my best to do somewhat of like I guess, how would I describe it? More of a moist meter type of video. It's not really, I'm not going to grade it at the end because no game really deserves a grade, but this is more of a whether or not I believe personally you should buy AEW Fight Forever right now, or if you should wait until later on. So this is all this video is going to be. Let's just get down to it. Let's begin. In terms of gameplay, I think AEW Fight Forever gets everything right. Well, not everything, but like a good majority of the stuff that you would expect from a wrestling game done correctly. The controls are easy and simple to understand. The gameplay itself feels great, it's easy, it's fast-paced, it's everything that I would want out of a wrestling game, even in the current days. However, there are some things that I feel like are somewhat dated when it comes to certain mechanics, and some things do need a lot of fixing. One of those things being tables not really standing up properly, or like as soon as you just walk into them, they just immediately fall down. I feel like in certain hardcore matches, I feel like that takes the immersion away from the game when it comes to that sort of thing, and it kind of ruins it a little bit, but not too much to where it's like, this game is unplayable. It's none of that. There are many glitches that happen when it comes to like certain weapons. It's either funny or it's just sad. In terms of weapons, once again, and I hate to just talk about weapons, because usually in other wrestling games, you could use weapons in games like multiple times. I hate to talk about 2K because I need to use this as an example. 2K, you can use a weapon multiple times in a match. In Fight Forever, it's like 2 hits and the weapon just disappears, which I'm not sure exactly why that's the case. It's probably due to how Unreal Engine works, or maybe it's it has something to do with that. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to try to make excuses for it, but I hope that gets fixed at some point, and maybe we could use weapons a lot more, because I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to use a chair more than just 2 times, or a kendo stick more than just 2 times after 2 hits, or even the skateboard, because the skateboard is a really fun weapon to use, but I'm pretty sure people want to use it more than just like a couple of times. Another thing that I personally find to be very disconnected from how wrestling games are, especially nowadays, is how the kickout system is implemented. There's no meter to show exactly how it's done, and the only way we can really kick out of moves is if we mash the buttons, or if we escape from a submission or anything. You have to mash buttons. And in this game, the kickout system can be very unforgiving. You could be having an absolute 5-star classic, and somebody or whoever you're facing could just hit you with like one move, like a strike, and all of a sudden you can't really kick out. You're done. The match is over. Which, it's something that I feel like shouldn't be the case. I'm guessing it has to do with like the amount of health that's in the game that you use when it comes to the match, but I don't know exactly what's going on in regards to that. I do hope that does once again get updated in some sort of way, but I also feel like the kickout system needs to have an alternative, or it just needs to be changed entirely. In my opinion, button mashing just to kick out is very of the time. It's very dated. I understand that this game is supposed to be a throwback to classic wrestling games like No Mercy, or the SmackDown vs. Raw games, or just the SmackDown games entirely. I understand that this game is supposed to be more of a throwback wrestling game, but I still feel that the game should have some sort of alternative kickout, because this is a game that's released in 2023. We shouldn't have to be button mashing like cavemen. But other than that, the gameplay is still solid. I can still sit down, play a match, and enjoy myself and have a good time. But now I feel like we need to talk about everything else. Like, I've been talking very negatively, but I feel like I need to talk about everything else, so let's just move on to the other stuff. I feel like that I need to talk about Creation Suite, because Creation Suite, even though I wasn't really expecting that much when it comes to Creation Suite, it's very, very bad. It's not a good Creation Suite, if I'm being 110% honest. Like, if you're somebody who's looking to play a wrestling game just to make stuff the entire time, whether it's cause, whether it's arenas, you're not going to have a good time when it comes to this. I do like, however, how create an entrance is done, even though entrances are like at least 7, 10, 11 seconds. I still like how they've implemented how entrances are done and how you can basically customize them in however sort of way you want to. You can have props in the background, you could customize how your hand gestures are, you could set up what kind of pyro you want to have for your character. It's cool stuff that you would want to see inside of a wrestling game because it gives you some sort of choice and giving you all of the freedoms when it comes to customizing entrances. I just wish all that stuff would be implemented into the create a character itself. I just wish that was the case, but it isn't, sadly. Same thing can be really said about creating arena. There's really not that many options as of the time of this recording. I could be wrong. We could get new stuff when it comes to basically all the creation stuff, and I wouldn't even be complaining this much, but I just feel like this is not a game that's meant for people who like to create stuff. And I like to make stuff all the time when it comes to COM mode, and I'm just being completely honest. I know that THQ Nordic is wanting to hear feedback when it comes to this game, and I'm glad that that's the case. I'm glad that we have developers and publishers that are willing to listen to the community to help improve their games. At this point, a lot of creation parts is what's needed when it comes to the creation suite. I'm just going to be completely honest. We need new stage pieces for Create an Arena. We need new attire pieces for Create a Wrestler. We just need more. We need more options. We need more options in this game, and I feel like that would actually help more. We need to have the ability to morph faces. We need the ability to have logos and apply logos to certain parts of attire, so that way each and every character can feel unique and different every time we create them. Because, and I don't care exactly how they implement it. It could be we just have basic logos like in the SmackDown vs. Raw games, and we could just edit them exactly how we want them to, or we could bring back Paint Tool. If you guys bring back Paint Tool, I will be completely fine with that. If you guys somehow find a way to do something like a logo import of some sort, then that's fine too. I'm cool with any of this stuff. I just feel that all this stuff is needed just to make the game feel, I don't know, like when it comes to the creation suite, it just needs more stuff. And that's the thing that's really an issue with a lot of fans, and that's just honestly how I feel as well. I'm on the same side as them. I want this game to be good, and I want to continue playing it, but if I can't really make that much stuff in the game, the replay value will somewhat lower, in my honest opinion. Create a moveset is actually pretty good. It's done some things that you wouldn't really see in like other wrestling games. However, I do wish that there was like a category section when it comes to finding certain moves, because when you're trying to find a specific move, it's going to take you a long time just to find that move. I've been trying to find the Koji clutch. I don't even think it's in this game, but I've been trying to find that move for a very, very long time, and I haven't seen it once. I don't know if it's going to be added later on as like a part of the game or as like a free update at some point, like we're going to get new moves or at some point, like through updates or whatever they're going to be doing with the item shop. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be done with this game, but I do hope that we get to see more stuff in the future. But still, I do want categories when it comes to trying to make movesets. That's the one thing that I want, and that's the one thing that I feel like is needed for a game like this. Road to Elite may be short, but it's still a fun and sweet little mode that I can sit through and play through no matter who I'm playing as. I could be playing as an in-game wrestler, I could be playing as one of my other created wrestlers, and just running through that mode and having a little bit of fun, just trying my best to unlock everything else in the game, because there are still some things that still need to be unlocked, and right now I'm trying to find a way to unlock Brody Lee as well as Paul White, and that's still part of my own journey when it comes to this game. I feel like there still needs to be some sort of alternative to Road to Elite, because once you've reached the end, there's really not much you can do when it comes to Road to Elite. You win the title, you don't really do much else, and the story doesn't really follow through when it comes to Road to Elite at all. In my personal opinion, I feel that we could implement something like a season mode as well, where not only do you have Road to Elite, but you also have like a tour mode of some sort, where if you've won a championship in Road to Elite and you want to continue from where you left off, you can easily branch off into newer stories and continue playing through that, and just going yearly and defending your title multiple times and going through different storylines. It would be interesting and give some replay value for players who like to do playthroughs of games like this, and I feel like it would make the game more fun. You could play through multiple stuff and just enjoy yourself. That's the stuff that I would like to see in this game. I want to be able to play this game over and over and over again, and not just play through Road to Elite over and over and over again. Even though it's short and easy to get through, I still want to be able to have an alternative so I can continue playing the game for myself. Last thing I want to talk about is online as well as ranked. Ranked itself has a lot of issues, some of them, and I just want to say this right now, I'm only speaking from my personal experience as I've been playing this game on the Switch a lot, and I've been just playing ranked majority of the time, and I have a lot of opinions about ranked in this game as well as the online. Keep in mind, this is talking about the Switch version, and I don't know if this is like this with any other platform, but I'm just giving my honest opinions and everything. There's a lot of latency issues when it comes to trying to get certain moves to connect. You could be trying to go for a strike, it'll whiff, or it'll connect, but at the same time the other person will also hit a strike. Certain moves will hit, and at the same time it won't hit. It's weird, certain things will just happen, and it just doesn't really make that much sense, but it sometimes ruins the immersion when it comes to certain matches, but it's still fun to play. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that ranked in Fight Forever is bad. I feel like it's good. I feel like this is the first game in a long time that actually has a ranked mode, and I'm glad that this game has a ranked mode because a wrestling game has been desperately needing one, and I'm not going to say which one, but we've been needing a ranked mode for a very, very long time, and I'm glad that Fight Forever has one. But there are some major flaws that I have to talk about in this video because there's one major issue that I feel like is personally just ruining ranked altogether, and that is the non-existent punishment for people who rage quit during the match. I'm sorry, this is something that I feel like is just stupid. Nothing is being done when it comes to rage quitters. The only thing that I know what happens if you leave a match early is that you lose rank points, and that's it. That's all that happens. You just lose rank points. You don't get to wait a specific amount of time until you can matchmake again. You don't have to wait an hour. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You can just quit the match, load into the next one, and try to match up with the next person. To me, I don't feel like that's fair because I have been playing ranked in this game since day one of release. And I'm just going to say this right now. I have been playing against the #1 player on the Nintendo Switch currently, and this person is a genuine rage quitter. I am not even joking. I have matched with this person at least 4 to 5 times, and each and every time when I have gotten close to beating him, he immediately pauses the game, hits the quit button, and leaves the match. I am not joking. This has happened multiple times, and the fact that nothing is being done about him, and the fact that he is labeled as the #1 player on the Switch right now, is blasphemy. It is a crime at this point, and I feel like something needs to be done. The worst part is, rage quitting doesn't even count as a loss for you. You could quit out of the game and not receive a loss, which to me is completely unfair. That means if you see somebody and they are labeled as one of the highest ranking players in the game, and they have like an undefeated record, they haven't lost a single match, that means that they have been quitting every single match that they have played against, except for the ones that they have gotten lucky and won. Also, please get rid of cause from ranked. We don't need cause in a ranked wrestling game. I'm sorry. It doesn't, they don't need to be there. They don't need to be there. The majority of the people are just playing as in-game characters, but there's going to be that one person who's going to run through the entirety of Road to Elite, get as many of the overpowered perks in that game mode, put it on that specific character, and just try to beat people with those overpowered perks. It's annoying, it's frustrating, nothing's going to get done about it, and it's going to be the worst experience of all time. Get rid of cause from ranked. It's not a fun experience. So now I'm here to finally answer the question after recording a video like this for the 3rd goddamn time. Is AEW Fight Forever worth purchasing for $60 in 2023? Honestly, the answer is no. The answer is no. There's really not that much content in this game that justifies the $60 price point, and I can see exactly where these game journalists come from when it comes to the review for this game. And I don't even like listening to game journalists at all. I just don't really care about their opinions. I usually care about what I personally think about a video game, and if I like a game, I feel like it would be worth it. If I don't like a game, then I don't really feel like it's worth it that much. The game is still fun. I'm not trying to deny that at all. It's still a fun experience. You can have as much fun as you can with friends or playing online or even in local play with your friends or with other players. I just feel like for the price of admission at the moment, it's not worth getting. Wait for a sale. Wait till this game is on sale, personally. I don't even think this game is terrible. I don't even think this game is bad. I just feel like it's good, but it still needs more added to it. I know that they're adding Stadium Stampede, which is something that's going to be fun and something that's going to be interesting for the game. It's a battle royale mode. It's essentially just what Rumbleverse was, which is now a dead game, and just putting it in AEW Fight Forever, which is a legitimate wrestling game. So I'm really hoping that Stadium Stampede is the mode that's going to be grabbing the attention of a lot of players that are still kind of iffy about this game, and hoping that it just captures a brand new audience of people who are still kind of not really sold on the game, but are still willing to give it a chance. But yeah, that's personally how I feel about AEW Fight Forever, and I'm hoping that this, along with several other updates that come with this game, will truly improve it and make it one of the best wrestling game experiences in a while. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it, and if you didn't, I'm sorry. I want to know what your guys' thoughts on AEW Fight Forever are. Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, that's about it. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Drink water. It's really hot outside. And I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that is. Peace!